Hello, welcome back to From Soft Serve. Today we have an exciting update, courtesy of Altimor, who is the creator of the DSR Shader Overhaul, which is what this mod is, my DSRR mod is built off of, in a way, in terms of like the underlying mod you have to download first. Mostly I just did that because it changed the ambient occlusion on the player lantern, and it also like allowed illumination from point lights even though it was shadowed. But they DM'd me on Discord last night and was like, hey, you should use this unreleased version of DSR Shader Overhaul. And I was like, bet. I love it. But I had to build it from source, which I didn't know how to do. They helped me a lot with that. So figured out how to Visual Studio, build a bunch of stuff, and then there's a new version of the shader, and it's a whole bunch of things. But anyway, what we will get, currently, the shader portion has some bugs, but I was able to build the shader of the DSR lighting.dll that gets used. You'll notice it's a little bit overly bright. That is a bug in the new DLL for the shader overhaul, it seems. It's made things too bright. I can compensate on my end, but I've DM'd them to make sure that, like, is that intentional? Because if it's not intentional, then I'll wait. But the big thing is increased shadow resolution. Finally, the dynamic shadows for DSR have been locked at a pretty low resolution. If I had to guess, they were probably like, the shadow map resolutions were like 1K, right? And the real reason why they DM'd me is because they had implemented soft shadowing for the shadows. So instead of being more harsh shadows, they would actually be more like accurate looking shadows. The soft part, not working. That is part of the shader. We're working on that. But the actual shadow map resolution portion, that is working. But yeah, it seems to have brightened some areas. Looking into that, but you'll notice the beautiful, beautiful high-resolution shadows. And so we'll kind of warp around looking at them because they're so beautiful. I can't stop looking at these high-resolution shadows. Oh, it's so nice. It also has cut down on the shadow Moir artifacts that my mod has been plagued with for quite a while. It hasn't removed them, but the high resolution has helped a lot. And yeah, just look how, that's where I'm like, I don't even think we need like the soft shadowing, to be honest, because I think these actually look really, really good as far as shadows. I don't know. Yeah, we'll warp around a little bit. Oh, I also have other big updates. I forgot. I've been doing big things. Big things. If you follow me on Twitter, you would have seen it, but I'm going to assume you have not been following me on Twitter. Let's warp to a couple places here. Basically, I've been using Blender to bring in the distant meshes of a lot of the areas, a lot of the big, like, mountain distant areas. And let's go to Undead Parish. Yes, I've been bringing in those map pieces into Blender, and then I subdivide the vertices, and then I smooth them. So essentially, it's like the lazy man. Well, I wouldn't say the lazy man. It's the really inefficient way of like tessellation, and I'm making them higher poly count. Oh my god, look at these shadows. Oh, they're so beautiful. They're so beautiful. Yeah, but if you look up here, this mesh is now smoother than it was. There are less harsh edges. It's very nice. I have actual before and after on my Twitter, which we'll go to. This is a lot easier. Let's just go to my Twitter. Let's just do that. It's a busted video. Don't worry about it. Everyone knows it. Okay, there's a picture of Megan Fox for some reason. I don't know why. Also, the new Assassin's Creed trailer looked pretty fucking awesome. So, let's go here. And haha. So this is the original Sen's Fortress Mountain we were looking at. And you'll see how it had more jagged edges because it was a lower poly count model. And once I brought it through Blender and subdivided and then smoothed it, essentially like doubling the number of vertices, you'll see it now is smoother, but like not crazy. Just a nice little increase in smoothness. And this is actually the distant Sins Fortress the other way. And you'll see this is the original one you'll see in DS Map Studio. And this is after the subdivision. So you'll see all those extra vertices that are adding a little bit more complexity. So let's go back. I'm glad I document these on my on my Twitter. Okay, so here's the original tree in Firelink Shrine. And you'll see it's pretty geometrically simple, which is fine. And then you'll see this version, after the remeshing a little bit, it is smoother. Is it crazy smooth? No. But it is a nice linear improvement in basically complexity. So this is a good example too. Look at how crazy like low poly this was. And then after the subdivision, just smooths it out a little bit. Let's go back. Let's see if I have another. Oh my God. Okay, let's go forward. I didn't mean to talk about that. Or look at Megan Fox. Oh yeah, here's a good example. This is a really good one. So this is when you're on the Taurus Demon Bridge. This was your distant thing you were looking at underneath like the sun and all the rays. You can see how it had all those sharp edges. And then after my mesh improvements, it's now a lot smoother. So it's basically just a lot of that. The next update will have a lot of these little updates. So hopefully you enjoy random mesh updates. Oh, really? Oh, okay. I was going to say, I guess, oh, this collision kind of sucks. You can stand in this brick. How did I not notice this until now? Oh, Miyazaki. Miyazaki. You're never going to make it in this industry. But yeah, look at the higher res shadows. Look how it enables the light to go through this gate a lot more effectively. Because back when it was like really low res, oh man, it was so tough to see any of those smaller details with the shadows because they were just lost. So I'm assuming it went up to like 2K resolution for the shadows. Could be wrong. Oh my God, that was so close. I'm kind of testing if the... Oh no. Whoa! What the fuck was that? I don't have invincibility on, so I don't know what just happened there. But that was really cool. So I always forget that these jabronis are up here. Why are you guys up here? What's your deal? Oh, that was a mistake. I didn't mean to come down here, but kind of a happy accident, I guess. Whoop. Okay, kind of looks cool. Let's... Oh, we got a little bit of light leakage there. Yeah. Consider me shook. Shooketh. Oh, it is cool when you look all the way up, though. Oh, that's cool. Let's warp around again. Where shall we go? Let's go to Anorlando, because that's actually one of the best improvements. Also shows the bug of the added brightness. I did Oh, shit. Oh, did I find a little glitch? Oh, what the fuck's going on over there? Oh. Huh, okay. Well, that's something to look into. Fuck. Yeah, but look at these high-res shadows. Oh my God. They're gorgeous. Look at all the detail that can come through the actual, like, I can't think of words, but you know what I mean. The light coming through now is so much more defined than it could be prior. Yo, it must be loading something, like, fucking weird over there. Yeah, let's go this way. Yeah, so I remeshed. Yeah, this is where it's, like, too bright. So I got to adjust this. I got to hear back from Altimor first of, like, is this intentional? Yeah, I remeshed this mountain portion. So now it's a little bit more smooth. This mountain portion as well. now has a little bit of added smoothness. It's little tiny things like this that might not be immediately noticeable by anyone, but when you do comparisons, you're like, oh, that looks cool. But yeah, look at these gorgeous shadows. This is literally just me fawning over these shadows for the whole video, so hopefully you enjoy that. Working on getting it released. Yeah, there is something going on with like the bloom. Yeah, something changed with using that DLL. I'll be DMing with them back and forth to see when we could push these into an update for the shader overhaul that you can actually download. Yeah, there seems to be some problems with them, but yeah, the brightness increase is like, Jesus Christ, what is happening? Yeah, because I was like, wait, do I have any like reshade stuff on? No, surprisingly not. What if I do levels? What is levels? Let's see if we can. Levels does lower it a little bit. Oh, that's pretty sick. Oh, look. Oh my God, we just microwaved the image. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Interesting. Yeah, that's a little bit better. No, we won't fuck with that. Basically, I can adjust it in the params to fix this brightness. I just need to make sure that like it was intentional. Presumably, you would do it to make the shadows really pop and stand out, so you up the contrast between the shadows and whatnot. Yeah, there's a bug over there. That one I know of. It's really strange. It's like it's unloading. Is it no. Oh, you'll notice the elevator unloads. I never noticed that. You can see the elevator is unloading when you go to this different collision. It's unloading the elevator. Well, okay, well I can fix that. That's dumb. Yeah, so the shadow moire is still here, but it is less than it was prior. That's really weird that I'm here and that unloads. Huh. Okay, well that's weird. I don't know why that's happening, but I can figure that one out. Oh, and then it... Oh! What the fuck? And then it reloads when I get back here. So it's basically just the collision on the elevator itself. Huh. That is interesting. Interesting draw group related shenanigans. Okay, well I'll have to look at the collision that's on this fucking thing. Interesting. It also, you'll notice that one enemy doesn't load until you get on here. I think I can change that to where they load earlier. Because weirdly you'll see that they stay there, but then that enemy comes back. Weird shenanigans with this fucking Dark Souls one. The way that it functions is very, very weird. Let's warp somewhere else. We got a little bit of Anor Londo now. Where else shall we go that has a lot of shadows? Sense Fortress. Paint. Yeah, what about Painted World? How's the Painted World look? I don't think I've gone there yet. I also remeshed some things in the Painted World, like the distant surrounding mountains. I remeshed a little bit. They're a little higher quality now. It's very cool. Very snazzy. Yeah, my player lantern kind of covers the shadows, but yeah, look at how much clearer the foliage shadows are now. Oh my God, it's so sick looking. You know I'm the biggest hoe for shadows, so like whenever Altimor was like, oh yeah, by the way, I increased the shadow map resolution, no big deal. I was like, come again, what? How dare you bury the lead? That's like the sickest thing of all time. I love shadows. That's one of the biggest parts of my mod is dynamic shadows. So if you can make them better, I mean that's the bee's knees, right? That's the whole ball game. Also, I fucking hate how this shit looks. Painted World has some of the most fucked up like floor texture combination shit. It's so annoying to fix it. Actually, Painted World looks pretty good. Oh my god, look at those shadows. Come on. That is just so sick looking. Yeah, definitely going to work on getting this released in a release format so people can apply this to their own games. I just have to figure out the shader portion, if that's intentional, and then it had some, well, or not the shader portion, but so basically this DSR Shader Overhaul has two components, two main components. One, well, I'll show you. What am I doing? Why am I talking about this? I can just, so you'll notice in the DSR Shader Overhaul, let's see if we, well, let me go to my folder. Okay, so basically with the DSR Shader Overhaul, in your game folder, when you install it per the instructions on my mod page, your Mod Engine 2 folder should be inside your Dark Souls Remastered folder. Inside there, you'll see DSR Lighting folder. Inside there, here is the new DLL that I built. And the original one I did as .backup. So that's one portion is the DLL that it loads. And then beyond that, it actually, inside the shader folder, it's loading this, which is the FRPG, Fiverr, PBL, DX. Basically, it's the DirectX 11 shaders. And that's where a lot of the edits can be made with how it renders things. And you'll notice if we go back to the Dark Souls Remastered folder, it's inside the shader folder, you'll find the same exact thing. So that's what it's loading using Mod Engine. It's basically replacing that shader file and then on the fly. And it's also the biggest, fattest ass shader file out of all of them, which is great. It's fantastic. So you love to see it. And basically it's replacing that. And that's why it's using Mod Engine to do it instead of just basically writing over your shader file. It's a whole thing. But one of the big things is it's loading that DLL. So I've built that new DLL, and that's how we're getting the higher res shadows, which is fucking great. But the shader portion is kind of goofy. Didn't really work that well. Had some visual glitches and like light leakage and a bunch of stuff was happening. So I'll try to work with Altimor to get a workable version that we can update all the peeps with, because these higher res shadows, let me tell you, oh, they're fucking worth it. But the other cool thing is you'll get the remeshed distant thingamajiggies. Let's go to Northern Undead Asylum actually. So that I remeshed some of the, yeah, see, this is where the brightness is like super apparent. It's like, oh my god. Oh my god. So let's go this way. Inside here it's fine. So I think it's a setting of the tone map. I think it's the minimum luminance setting is like royally fucked. So with the updated DLL, because you can even see out here that my player lantern is too bright. So it's the average or the minimum luminance setting. I can no longer. I just need to tweak that, and it'll be fine. But yeah, so I remeshed over here. This portion, you'll notice, is a little bit smoother. It's great. Little side things like that. And then over here I remeshed as well. So now this is a little bit smoother. Just tiny little things that most people won't notice. Now you might be asking, have you remeshed this portion? The actual ground that we're walking on? No. And the reason for that is I'm holding off on doing some of that, because if you remesh and like improve the geometry of the stuff that you're walking on, that requires you to then alter the collisions that are the duplicate geometry that your character actually walks on. And so you need to actually update those and then make them identical. So I would need to do the change twice, which is fine. I can alter the collisions. The problem is currently altering things with Blender Soulstruct disables parallax occlusion mapping until they fix that. So I don't really want to do it to a ton of the surfaces that I already have parallax occlusion mapping on, because that will unfortunately ruin that. So I'm kind of waiting to do that. But I can remesh other things. And that's why I'm focusing on like distant objects that the player can see and they look like dog shit. But now I can make them look nicer. It does increase rendering load, but DS1 just in general was never a geometrically dense game because it's a PS3 game, right? So we're actually pretty good with that. Ulysile Sanctuary? I think Sanctuary is the one with the mushroom, right? It is. It's also too bright. Shocker. Does look good though. Those improved shadows are sick as fuck. Oh my god. Holy dumb fuck. That's my inner Maximilian there. But they're so good. Oh my god. Look at these shadows. They're so nice. Let's run this way real quick. I think I've yammered on in this video enough, but yeah, the increased shadow resolution is just oof. That's all I've ever wanted in life. Oh yeah. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Ooh, this all looks pretty good. I haven't been back here in a little bit. Where are those shadows coming from? Oh, they must be casting from the trees. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's some things that are more noticeable now because the shadow map resolution's increased. I'm like, oh shit. Okay. Interesting. Oh, this looks sick as fuck. A lot of this down to the ULA still changes, but the shadows, whew. Ooh boy. Alright, thank you. Hey, what's up, big dog? How's it going? Sorry, I'm looking around. Okay, I'm looking around. The character is lit quite a bit here. I don't know why. I'm assuming it's the player lantern. It's a bit strong now. Once again, it's a luminance change. I'm kind of in a holding pattern to see if I need to change all of the luminance for all the maps. Luckily, that won't take that long because I know what to target. I just have to tweak everything. Oh shit, my ass, dude! I don't think I've ever looked that way as he's running. What's up, Calamite? I'm gonna Calamite your ass later. Okay, no one clip that. Don't write that down. That was a bad one. We could rerun that. Undead Parish. Yeah, give me the Sunlight Altar. That's got some really sick shadows. Let's check that out real quick. Let's check that out. Alright, Walta. Oh yeah. Come on. Look at these shadows. Oh, so sick. Oh, it's so cool. Oh man, I'm so happy with it. I also just love how Undead Berg looks. Yeah, you'll notice so in here it looks normal. Out here the tone mapping it's too bright now. So I can adjust that. But yeah, look how defined the shadow is. It still has like a soft look to it, to be honest. Even without the official like soft shadowing, but dude, it's sick. It's so cool looking. Yeah, well, I'm going to end it here because I like this bonfire room. It's one of my favorite. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this little look. Follow me on Twitter if you want like a faster update of like when this will get in a released form for the DSR Shader Overhaul to then benefit in my mod. So I'll let you guys know, but follow me on Twitter. Links in the description. Like, comment, subscribe, all that cool stuff. I did start an Elden Ring playthrough. You can look on the channel. There's a 1-hour video and pretty entertaining. I fucked up Margit real good, using a lot of parries, no spirit summons. I had barely leveled up at all. I think I leveled up once, and I had an unupgraded weapon, and it's basically a butter knife. So if you want to see me kill Margit with a butter knife, you might want to go watch that video. I know it's not my normal content, but it's so fucking fun. Also, I'm still streaming, so if anyone hasn't tuned into the streams, you'll see the VODs are on the channel as well, on the live tab. And yeah, we streamed like 3 hours of Dark Souls Remastered modding yesterday, which is pretty sick. A lot of fun. So I'll be streaming tomorrow. And then, so usually it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. I've actually held to that, so I'm proud of myself for that. I've actually held myself to doing it because I enjoy it. But thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video.